Hai and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, let me introduce myself first. My name is Nadiah binti Azman and my matric number is 256143. So I'm going to present to you regarding to our individual assignment, which is on topic of the effectiveness of takaful operation respond to the coronavirus disease, which is also known as COVID-19 pandemic in sustainable development. Moving to first slide, which is on introduction part. The epidemic was first detected in mid-December 2019 in city of Wuhan, China, and was recognized as a pandemic by the World Health Organization, which is known as WHO, on 11 March 2020. On March 13, the WHO announced that Europe had become a new pandemic center. Common symptoms such as fever, cough, and also shortness of breath. Complications may include such as pneumonia and acute respiratory distress syndrome. And there are currently no specific vaccine or antivirus treatment. Firstly is how takaful could respond to the COVID-19 pandemic. Firstly is assistance to takaful customer that infected by COVID-19, which is takaful companies need to provide special assistance to customer who have been infected by the COVID-19. And next is medical assistance should also provided to clients who are infected with COVID-19, such as ward fees. And next is mental support should also given to customer who suffering from this outbreak. And lastly is the assistance was provided to family members of the victim as compensation for the death, such as the customer is dead from effect from the COVID-19 pandemic. Secondly is raising fund for COVID-19. The fund are collected through online transfer to the fund created. Fund to raise fund can also distributed at hypermarket stores such as Aeon Big, Tesco and Maidin, and also so on. And the existence of this fund make it easier for takaful companies to raise fund that COVID-19 victim will receive. The fund also need to be carefully distributed to ensure that the recipient is a victim of COVID-19 and also to avoid fraud. And the fund also to be run with help of government to facilitate the fundraising process. Thirdly is suspension and reduction of takaful contribution payment and takaful fees. There are many employees were removed from works as a result of COVID-19. The implication of these are the takaful company needs to take action to reduce the burden on customer who subscribes the takaful plan. Takaful companies are also required to hold payment fees as well as monthly payment from customer. At the time of COVID-19, many individuals were fired and also salary were paid half from the actual amount, and also most of the company suffered losses, especially the tourism sector and so on. This is the reason why the takaful company should should do suspension and reduction of takaful contribution payment and takaful fee. Lastly is create a new takaful plan. Takaful company need to create better plans such as those that provide protection to customers suffering from the outbreak, such as this COVID-19. And this plan is able to provide customer with protection when an outbreak occurs, especially to unwanted outbreak. And the plan is likely to attract customer to subscribe to the plan as well as the result of COVID-19. To make this happen, the takaful company has to work with each other to meet the customer needs. Moving to next slide, which is suggestion and recommendation. Firstly, monitor customer from many perspectives, such as financial and health. This is to find out if their customer need help such as financial assistance, mental help, and also medical assistance. To make it easier for customer and takaful company, it is easier from them to see financial situation of their customer. And lastly is the client must be present evidence from the hospital indicating that they have been infected with COVID-19. Secondly is create joint ventures with others. Takaful companies should have a strong relationship with which is joint venture with other non-governmental organization which is NGO and others takaful companies in order to achieve their objective, such as fulfill their donation which is for COVID-19 victims, hospital and so on. With the existence of these joint ventures, various things can provide various benefit. And also if the company is joint venture with the government, it will be easier as government has a huge coverage such as the public, corporate and so on. Next is advertising and discussion on deferred and reduction of takaful contribution payment as well as takaful fees. The takaful company should advertise on the deduction as an example of advertising on the app and also on the social media. And these delays and reduction must be investigated to ensure that they are fair and just. And lastly, to make this even more effective, discussion on the deferment and reduction of takaful contribution payment as well as takaful fees should also discuss with other takaful company and other association. Lastly is conference and discussion with other parties. Takaful company need to hold conference with each other to identify new ideas during COVID-19. This conference can help with online video call. And next is among the new ideas mentioned are ideas on where to draw up new plans for the outbreak such as COVID-19 outbreak. Regarding the condition and so on, various parties need to work together to resolve this problem. As for conclusion part, the takaful company need to take action, which is the assistance to takaful customer that infected by COVID-19. Next is raising fund for COVID-19, and thirdly is suspension and reduction of takaful contribution payment and takaful fees. And lastly is create a new takaful plan. Next is suggestion and recommendation. Firstly, monitor customer from many perspectives such as financial and health. Next is make joint venture with others. Next is advertising and discussion on deferment and reduction of takaful contribution payment as well as takaful fees. And lastly, held a conference and also discussion among others parties. That's all for me. Thank you for watching my video.